it's your friendly neighborhood brand and web designer here, back in the new year with Canva Tip Weekly. We've also got a new little badgy badge logo. I designed this specifically because this is a weekly newsletter and I wanted the top of the newsletter to be really stand out. It's a great example of how the logo should match your brand goals and what you're doing with it. And in this case, this is the main thing. It's this newsletter. So hopefully you love it. I love it. I bet you're wondering, wait a minute, how did you animate that? Don't worry, I'm going to link the video. I've already covered how to animate your logo, but I will show you. I basically did this in Canva, of course. There's 4 of these, and I used a frame and put my pattern in the background, and then I edited the timing to be 0.5 seconds, and then I saved it as a GIF. And that's it. Yay, Canva! This week's Canva Tip Weekly is going to be on the 3 things that you need to do to prep your Canva account for this year. And I'm going to do some of them with you. I've already done a lot. I've refreshed my colors for this year, but we're going to talk about it. So 3 steps to a Canva cleanup to get your Canva account all buttoned up for the new year. The first thing, you got to get your brand kit and your style guide wrapped up. I will link my style guide. So your brand kit, first of all, do not argue with me. Come in here and fix this up. Come in here and fix this up. Do you have a color that you don't use? Do you need to add more colors? Have you properly looked at your fonts? Are your logo files SVGs so that they're color editable? If you don't have a lot of these things or you need help, reach out to your favorite designer and see if they have a power hour or an hour consultation, or it might be time to work on that new brand design. My other tips is to always have a white and a black actually in your brand palettes, so that way when you're designing you can easily grab that white font or that black font. You can see how my colors have changed. This was my 2022 color palette and this is my 2023 color palette. I basically am moving away from the emeralds and more toward olivey greens, kind of this fun palette. I've turned my yellow from a goldenrod into more of a chartreuse. I've heavily brightened up my orange and I have this slight misty color to add in there. You can see all of my logo files. I don't know why. Oh, this is a great example. I'll make me smaller. Look at this. What's missing? My black logo files. What on earth? So we're going to go over here to my folders. We're going to go to 2023 Let's Go Studio, 2023 Let's Go Studio logo files. I'm going to select both of these SVGs and drag them over. Ta-da. Look at that. Cleaned it up. You'll see that I wrote brand kit and style guide. You've heard it before. I heavily believe that Canva's brand kit isn't enough. So I'm going to come over here to my style guide and make sure that I'm really defining my brand for my team, right? So first of all, I'll do this in a second, but I have new terrazzo patterns that are more colored for my correct version of my new brand. So I'm going to replace the background here. This is my new brand style guide. I'm going to make sure that I have an entire new icon suite. So I'm going to come in here to icon suite and make sure that I get my new icons in here so that my team can see how I want those things to be used. New stock photography. My brand values haven't changed. I do need to update my mood board to reflect my 2023 because you know I got a 2023 mood board. I updated my color palette already. I already updated this. I need to update this. This is for sale in my shop. It is a better representation of your brand. Canva just doesn't give you enough in the brand kit. I need to be able to specify, okay, what about these special cases? How do fonts get used? How does the logo look on each of these colors? How are we using it? What is the secondary logo? What are my brand patterns? All of these are outdated. I don't use these any longer either. I only want to use, I don't like these gradients either. So we're going to X that out. We're going to clean all of that up. So come in here, make sure that your brand is updated on par. So I don't use these icons anymore, even though I love them. Got my new icons done by Mushroom Studio. I will link them. They did this amazing new set of stuff for me. Brand assets, not really using this anymore. I actually use an emoji as my favicon. I use the lightning bolt, like actual emoji. So I highly recommend either picking up this Canva style guide in my shop to support or making your own. It's a really great way to define, here's the icons, here's the social media icon colors, here's how to do a social media post. get it all snazzied up. It is the best thing that you can do for yourself. So that is number one. Number two is to organize your resources and get more resources. You can't put together a puzzle if you don't have the puzzle pieces. The number one thing I see wrong with brands when they come to me is that they don't have stuff. Where are your brand patterns? Where is your brand icon set? Do you use cool textures? Do you use a holographic pattern? You cannot just have a logo in 2023. I will repeat, you cannot just have a logo. You need to have more stuff. Well, Olivia, where do I get the stuff? I have made you guys a 2023 design resource trends of stuff. Here's some stuff. Here's some cool animated graphics, some abstract geometry, some gradients, pixel art. Maybe you want to use cool mythology collage stuff, some symbols, more animated gradients. Take a peek in here. This is your starting point to maybe click on some of these amazing artists and download some stuff. Do they cost dollar bills? Yes, but downloading a $30 gradient pack is much cheaper than hiring a brand designer like me to then buy that for you. So this is honestly what I'm going to get, and I included two really cool looking social media kits in here as well that are both Canva enabled. Let me check. Always check these. Let's triple check that this actually works for Canva. If it doesn't, I will remove it. Always check. Always check. What does this say? Okay, I don't trust that. Oh yeah, Canva. Right there. Canva. We're great. Whew. The other place that I love to get things, Paxia, amazing vertical videos. I download these constantly. I have a folder over here called videos, which is where I keep all of my amazing Paxia videos. These work great for Reels. I have a referral code in here. And then there's also a bunch of really great stock sites. You've got to take a second. You got to take a second. It might even take you an afternoon to put these things together. Do you guys know how long it took me to put together these, where are these? These icons and export them? What, there's like 10 of these here? It took me like 2 hours to recolor, get them exported, get them in Canva so that I could change the color if I wanted to. It took a minute, but it was the best thing I could have done for myself because now I'm redoing my website and we're all good. Number 3, you've heard it here. We're going to do it again. Hopefully we'll start it off this year and I won't go through folders again, but we're right now we're going through folders. We gotta talk about folders. I know all y'all. I know you come over here to home and then you look at all these recent thingies and you're like, oh yeah, I was working on that. We're not doing it. Not in 2023. 2023 is the way to be. Come on, let's get our starred folders over here. This is how my brand folder is set up. Again, I like to have it by name, A to Z, so I have 00 my terrazzo, my brand patterns, my icon suite, my flat lays, gradients, so on and so forth. This is the best thing you can do for yourself is to organize this in a really great way. This is also where my Canva Tip Weekly logo is and my style guide. I also have Canva Finds, which is stuff that I find on Canva that I save. And look at my very organized brand headshots because I take them every quarter with a photographer here in Atlanta. So I know, hey, this was my Q4. So if I'm looking for a photo, they're all in here. I've actually added a lot of headshots to clients' Canvas in the last 2 months. I'm like, why aren't these on Canva? They're like, oh, I don't know. I just drag them when I need them. Go ahead and put them on Canva. What you doing? Get everything in here to make it easy. I also have a social media folder, which has all of my social media work, Pinterest items. My portfolio is in here. So any website that I do, I have an entire portfolio, which is my pins, my IG portfolio, my reel, all of the elements. It's really so organized. So that is the the third thing, but this is going to be super, super important. To get this fancy banner up here, you're actually going to click on the 3 dots right here. So let's do that under, wow, I have a lot of these. Let's do that, freebies, right here. So right here, it's these 3 dots, banner, and you can actually create a banner in Canva, and that will allow you to make this look a little snappier. So I'm going to add this here, click save, we're going to wait, and ta-da! To star it and add it over here, there's a little star that you can add, which will make it much easier for you to find things. So that is my best recommendation. And you'll see I even have subfolders within folders. Folders, I know, feel painful, but if you're here under home, all of this is a lot like just putting everything on your desktop on your computer. And if you do that, maybe it's time to work on folders on your own computer. I rarely use all of this. I really do mostly navigate through everything here. My social media, it's very easy to find everything. So to reiterate, take 3 steps to a Canva cleanup before you start your year. Really work on your brand kit and style guide. Get those polished, remove those colors, remove those files that you don't need anymore, add things that you need, which is number 2. Organize those resources. Do you have stock photography, stock video, patterns, assets, icons, textures? What do you use with your brand? And make sure it is all actually in Canva. Number 3, get it all organized into folders. For me, this entire thing took about 3 hours to do. So it was an afternoon of my time. That's what I did on Monday, last Monday. For you, it might be taking an afternoon and really doing this. The best way to see where the holes are in your brand is going to be to do all of this so that you can see where the holes are. See where the holes are, see where you need to add things. It's sort of like your closet, right? If you do a closet clean out, then you know, oh, I'm missing this dress, or this doesn't fit me anymore, or I can donate this, and then you have so much more space in your closet for more things. So do a closet clean out. I have a lot of really cool things to show in Canva Tip Weekly, so thanks for following along. Next week I've got a really cool, unique one, so keep hanging on, and please email if you have any questions or things that you would like to do or learn, or any comments at all. And I will see you guys next week.